Hello and welcome to Bold of You to Say. It's me, your boy, your host, Alex Myers. Here with me is my co-host, Jared. Say hi, Jared.
He burped.
Thank you for that. Last episode, we said it was Gavin's last episode.
We lied.
We lied. Here
Turns out we're bad at telling the truth.
No, I'm bad at telling the truth. So I just happened to have the time to do another podcast, and so they're like, "Hey, let's do another podcast." And I was like, "Hey, how'd you get in my house?"
We have our secret.
Oh, by the way, our guest here, Jake from.
Oh yes.
State Farm.
This is our guest. We have a special guest
This is our
today.
hostage for this episode.
Jacob Tabor from the information technology class.
The
just
nerd course.
Just down the hallway
Yeah.
from where we are.
Blink twice if you're here against your will.
They
You
can't,
can't
see
see
that.
it, so no evidence.
We're all dying on the inside.
Yeah.
So, how's IT class going?
It's going pretty good. Tomorrow we're gonna have a LAN party, so basically everybody brings in their computers and we all be epic gamers.
Bold of you to say.
So, how many old ladies' computers have you fixed so far?
Well, let's see here. I'd probably say.
Wait, is that a slang for vagina?
Jesus, no.
How many wink wink old ladies
Latest
wink
computers.
wink computers wink wink have you fixed wink wink?
Man, I didn't know you were
having
allied
a
health.
stroke, or you just
I'm having a stroke. Please help me.
I would say.
raise both your hands.
I would say old ladies' computers. I would say probably about 5, including Alex's.
Does that mean that they program babies?
This is a different Alex, right?
No, this.
Oh, mine.
Yeah, you, Alex. The
He
thought.
broke into your house and he fixed your computer.
Yeah. Fun fact: Jake knows like 5 Alexes.
Yeah, there's. Are we gonna bleep their names out in post?
No.
No. Okay. So I don't care.
You
Why-
said that was such borderline annoyance.
Like,
I
That's
don't.
more work
I
to do.
don't care.
Why should we do
It's
it?
like, I don't care. Shut the hell up.
Oh, I love you.
Let's see here. So there's you, Alex.
Yeah.
There's Alex from college. There's
His last name is from college.
yeah, his last
Yeah.
name is from college.
This is Jake, last name from State Farm.
Yep.
Let's get into our bold statements. Who wants to go first?
I guess I can go first.
All right, the guest.
Guest first.
All right.
We're good
So,
hosts.
Classy.
all right.
Wow, I've been here from the beginning, and I'm not allowed to go first. Okay.
Actually, I don't think he's ever gone first.
No, I'm joking. Go for it, man.
Okay. So, original animated TV shows / movies are more impressive and take more work than CGI movies.
I agree.
Actually,
That's bold of you
I
to say, but it's
completely
very
agree.
correct.
That's not even bold. I mean, no, sorry, it's
Like,
bold.
an
Yeah,
entire
yeah.
animated thing takes more time. I kind of disagree, though. Because, like, with CGI animation, you have to make an entire 3D model and not make it look horrifying. to
Yes,
look at.
but with like standard like animation, you have to draw out every single
Yeah.
frame.
Oh,
Every
yeah,
single
yeah,
frame.
yeah. But with, like, CGI, like, look at the Thanos model, for example. It looks like it's got fingertips and stuff. They had to go through and look at those individually and draw tiny little incisions in the hand just to make sure that looks at least semi-realistic. And it looks good, but imagine the budget on that.
Yeah.
Imagine the money to go into doing that.
Yeah, but look at how much money they're
Thanos-
getting now.
Oh, yeah, but, like, Thanos is probably
Well,
the most
I-
expensive prop, and he doesn't even exist.
I think what he's trying to say is like it takes.
He's on a
more,
hard
like,
drive. That's their
It
problem.
takes more creativity to do
Oh,
something
with
like
animation,
an
yeah.
original animated piece, as opposed to like a CGI remake of The Lion King.
Well,
think,
I mean,
think about like
That's
Cuphead.
garbage. Like,
I mean-
CGI Lion King. I just want to talk about this real quick. Why would you call it live action when everything, including the setting, is CGI? I don't understand that. It bothers me every time I see it. It's like,
shittier
See,
animation.
I don't get it. I don't
kind
get
of
it.
agree with you. Disney needs to stop remaking their older animated.
I don't care about the
movies.
remakes because what they're doing is they're making them more gritty because they're based on the Grimm's fairy tales and stuff, and those weren't exactly the nicest of things to read to children.
I don't think they're
But-
doing it for creative reasons.
They're doing it for money.
Yeah, they're doing it for money,
They're doing
but
it
I
for
do
money.
like how they're a bit more darker, like how the tales are originally. However, some things should be left well enough alone. Like, for example, The Lion King. Why do you need really just gross-looking CGI animals?
Or-
Even the mountains are fake. The rocks they sit on aren't real.
Have you ever heard
I mean,
about the story about like Cuphead? they actually had to sell their house in order to like get funding for the game.
Jesus.
Yeah, they went all out.
They're
there's a-
reaping the rewards now.
Did they
Yeah.
buy it back?
Oh, I thought you said
I-
raping.
Raping the
Rewards now.
Right
rewards.
over here,
And I was
rewards.
kind of like, what?
Jesus.
How could you do that?
Fine.
That's money. You're gonna get a paper cut.
Once you live in the
Find out on the
metaphysical
next
realm,
episode of
anything is
Mythbusters.
possible.
Find out on the next episode of Mythbusters.
I got a bold statement. This actually
Alright.
comes
I would
from
hope you would.
this comes from Facebook, and
Oh,
my bold
no.
statement is Thor can just brutally murder Aquaman. Like at any point, Thor can just destroy him.
Yeah,
He can
with
destroy the
lightning.
entire
Yeah.
ocean.
So I want to stress this enough. This is mostly so I can go on a rant. This guy was sitting here saying that Aquaman could beat Thor, and I had to point this out to him that water is a great conductor for lightning, and Aquaman's whole deal is that all of his abilities only work in the water. He is dead.
Wait, wouldn't it like okay? Because like
What's gonna
Thor-
happen is Thor's
Thor-
gonna come in, shoot a lightning bolt, and everyone dies.
Thor is the son of Zeus.
Yes.
Poseidon
No.
is Zeus's brother. Wouldn't it make
No, he's the
No.
son of Odin.
Shut up.
It's a
Oh.
different. It's a
Poseidon
different
is a
mythology.
Beyblade.
Odin is better than Zeus by far because Odin doesn't be unfaithful to his wife.
Okay.
Zeus is the
I
one
feel
that
like I'm
screws all of
stupid
his
now,
cousins.
sorry.
Odin is the one. that
Odin
went
screws
into
everyone
battle.
else over for the pursuit of knowledge after being, the most vicious ruler ever. Like taking over, what was it? The giant tree place and then their heaven and stuff. I love Odin cuz Odin like he's got his priorities straight. He doesn't marry his sister and then have sex with his cousins. What Odin does is he marries a woman and then decides to devote his entire life to learning everything.
Well, that's bold of you to say.
He's great. Odin is the best. He is my Allfather. Allfather Odin. No, he loses an eye. I forget why. I think it's like during a battle. But then like
Oh
the
no
eye,
no. It was never mind. I
something takes his
forgot.
eye.
It was like he.
I think his eye comes back though, but it's
No,
a different
he traded
thing
his
now
eye
or
for
something.
knowledge or something.
Yeah, that's
That
what it
sounds
was.
right, I think.
Yeah, he does a lot of things in pursuit of knowledge. Some
Dude,
things kind of
Where
bad,
does
but
it stop? If they're like, okay, listen, I'll let you know how.
he just
I'll
cuts open his side.
He's like,
rips out
I'll
a
let you know
kidney,
how
give me
Half-Life.
the knowledge.
I'll let you know how Half-Life 3 ends. You just have to cut off your peen. Would he do it? Is that where it ends?
I mean, he's already had like 100 kids, and one of them is kind of messed up. So I feel like he's gonna be like, yeah.
There's
that's
that one
worth it.
messed up kid who's like,
Loki. Loki is the most
Oh.
messed up Norse god ever.
So is Loki in the original mythology like adopted, like he is in Marvel, or?
no, he's actually Odin's son who
Literal
has
son.
grandchildren. He gives birth to them.
Makes
I don't know.
sense. I think I
Yeah,
remember
Loki
hearing
is
about
messed
that.
up.
Loki. Okay,
Loki
the way
is
they
kinda
the
icky.
way they do, like I watched a bunch of documentaries about Greek mythology and stuff, or Norse or whatever.
Norse.
Norse.
It's not
Norse.
Greek.
Go piss off. Anyway,
I'm
But,
sorry.
but
That's what my
I
ancestors.
watched a bunch of documentaries about it, and like the way they depict him in Marvel and the way he actually was in the mythology is like really different.
Yeah, he's
Because,
not
like,
some like
in
big like heroic guy who's
No.
like I'm gonna rule everyone and be justified. He's like I want knowledge. Give me books.
But like no, Loki in Marvel is
Oh,
like,
Loki. I think you're talking about Odin.
No, Loki in Marvel.
Yeah, in
In
Marvel,
Marvel, he's like, I'm gonna tear this shit down, and then he goes off and tries to destroy like heaven, but like in
in the Norse mythology, he's all like, I'm gonna pull pranks and then accidentally have a
he
kid.
starts a YouTube channel and makes
Basically, this is what
bad
happened.
pranks.
Loki.
What's up, Lokinians? That sounds like leukemia.
This
Never
is an actual
mind.
thing. Loki at one point tries to like trick these one people and like mess with them, and he winds up starting a family with them. He winds up going too far with the prank, and he doesn't know when to stop.
I feel like that's how Hawkeye got his family.
Sounds like a really bad like.
But that's what happened. That's an actual
Never mind.
story.
Sounds like it makes a good YouTube
That's
video.
how one of the other gods is born.
That's an epic prank.
I have a bold statement.
All right, tell your bold statement.
All right, my bold statement is: if the Grim Reaper were real, he would not be able to get life insurance.
That is true. He is actually already dead.
Would
It
he
is
be able to
hard
get
to.
death insurance though.
No,
There's no such thing, but
hold
maybe
on.
in hell.
Hold on. I think, depending on which like version of him that you use, if
I
he's like,
used
if
the
he's
Billy and
fleshy,
Mandy version.
if he's fleshy, just
But,
looks
okay,
a little withered.
But
Hold
he's
on.
still dead.
If he's fleshy but looks a little withered and walks into an insurance company and he's like, "Hi, I'm Death. I want life insurance." they can't say, no, you're actually dead. You're death. And he's like, well, did dead people talk? No. Did dead people go, I want life insurance? No. Did dead people do a job that they've been doing since the creation of
he's
life?
Just looking at
But
him,
he's
you
not
think he has
dead.
some
He's
kind of
just-
pre-existing
okay.
condition.
Yes!
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so I think death fits every single aspect of being alive, seeing as he's been holding down
but
the
he's
job.
the physical embodiment of death. Like,
But okay.
he's not alive.
Okay.
He's actually death.
But that is pretty bold of him to say.
But okay.
It is bold of
I'm
him to
sorry.
say.
Does okay? He's been holding out a job for.
Okay,
since
does
he-
a zombie get life insurance?
No, because it's actually literally dead. It cannot talk.
Exactly.
It
It
is not. No,
depends on your
If
interpretation
the zombie
of zombie
could
theory.
speak, like if
zombie
the zombie
is
was
not
like,
even like able.
can
to
a
think.
okay, can a vampire get life insurance?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
But
would
they
argue
are
yes.
actually undead, though. Like, their heart doesn't beat. There's no blood going through them except for, like,
Yes, but
into
they're-
their stomach.
But they are able
they're not
to
brain dead.
communicate. They're able to communicate.
So life insurance only applies if your brain is dead, not your entire everything else that keeps you alive.
Yeah.
I think-
to an extent.
So you're telling me
I
a
think there are
robot,
different
if it gains
policies.
sentience... So Sophia the robot that, like, has, like, a brain and stuff. That robot could get life insurance.
I think you would have to argue that
Not-
she is fully sentient.
Oh, yeah.
You'd
Okay.
have to find a way to argue that they're alive first.
It
Okay.
would have to be like an actual brain, not like an artificial brain.
I think the way that it would work with a vampire getting life insurance is that if the body is
What, you got something
functioning
against robots?
Jared, the body is functioning
Technology
enough
is going to be the downfall of all of us.
that it can think and function like a normal human would. I'm basing this on Twilight vampires.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. Does it sparkle when you go in? That's a
I-
vampire.
Well,
I think
okay.
Twilight vampires are so dumb and so hilarious. I love the super speed effect.
It's
But,
such a
okay,
dumb
so from what I
effect.
know about vampires, like the only reason they drink blood is because they like the feeling of being alive. So like they drink blood not because they like how it tastes or whatever, not because it's like Coke Zero to
They're
them,
just
but because
emo.
Are we wearing the shit?
no,
we're not.
because yeah, they're one emo. But two is because like when they get low on blood, they start feeling more and more actually dead,
Yeah.
and more of their
I
like
should know. I hunt them.
yeah, and like more of more of
so
their
you're part of the
critical
Belmont
thought
clan.
goes away.
No, that's for video games. Hey,
Hi, gamer.
But like
that's Griffin.
Then they-
He gave us a cool face and
No.
peaced out.
then they drink blood and they feel more alive, like more human. And I think that's what they're after.
Yeah. I'm after their teeth. You can sell those on the black market for a lot.
I have
They're actually ivory.
They're actually great for making syringes.
That too. We can grind them to this perfect size.
Oh,
And
have
it
you guys
turns out the
seen
blood sucking works in reverse too.
stud blocking?
Yes.
Blood sucking.
Stud blocking.
Stud
A dyslexic vampire who's just like,
I want to sluck your butt.
sorry, I've been working on this. I want to suck your blood. There we go, suck your
A
blood.
vampire, but he's got a horrible stutter. I want to suck your blood.
It's like that comedian that went on America's Got Talent with a stutter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let me tell you a joke. You know, I always wanted a hype guy, but I always wanted that hype guy to have a horrible stutter. He's like, and in this corner,
I feel like that would actually
weighing
work.
198 pounds. It's
What's up?
Wouldn't it be great if Darth Sidious had like a stutter and he's just like, we will destroy
the Rebel Alliance. It's like, Master, you want me
And
to
like,
say the
and then,
plan?
like all the generals are like, we just want him to finish the sentence, but we can't like interrupt him and say, no, we know what you mean, because then he's gonna shoot us with lightning. So we'll just sit here and nod and let Darth Vader do what he does.
What's your statement?
Yeah, what's your statement? We got
Alright.
totally
Wait.
derailed.
All right, so I would argue that Thanos' plan is ineffective in Infinity War. That no endgame spoilers. I would argue that his plan is ineffective simply for the reason that he should have just sterilized a portion of the population instead of wiping out half.
Yeah, speaking about that, there is something people are like, oh, why doesn't he just make double the resources and stuff? And like,
He wouldn't even have to do that, actually.
But that's the thing. That thing actually would lead to more problems, if anything, because doubling the resources kind of like, I forget what exactly it does, but just messes a lot of things up and makes everything worse.
If you doubled the resources,
I
it would
forget
just
what
cause the
complex is
population to
called.
continue to go up.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
even
it rises
exponentially,
There's a word for it. What do you know? What it's called when that happens? It's like
Exponential.
Overabundance?
no, there was another word. It started with an M.
Oh,
I don't remember. It's called like something's complex or something.
But
like
no,
that.
you would
Point is though,
you would not
like-
have to double the resources. You would just have to relocate some of them.
Yeah.
You would, because like a comet,
You could
a
even them
comet has
out,
there-
but
there are like comets and asteroids that have more water than has ever existed on Earth.
you gotta remember though, Thanos wasn't really thinking straight. Like his plan was like this. He probably could have thought of something better if he wasn't being attacked
I
by
know.
everyone
No.
at that exact time.
He's warped. He's crazy. They call him Mad Titan for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if he was a straight thinking man, that
So he's gay.
yes,
Yeah.
Thanos is canonically.
Thanos is
because he
canonically
said
gay.
he loved Star-Lord, but then he came back and said no homo. How can he be gay?
wait, Thanos loved Star-Lord?
No, he was
Remember,
like,
I like
him."
this, and he leaves, and then comes back. He's like, no homo, and he comes back.
Actually, Thanos?
No,
no, it's an
No.
edit someone did.
Aw,
It's
come
great.
on.
I watched it just this morning.
But yeah, no, Thanos' plan was kind of bad, cause like he's like, oh, I thought people would be like okay with this. It's like, no, they won't. You just killed like their families.
Yeah,
It's
no,
kinda
some
like-
of the
You
life
have to
that he wipes out,
expect a resistance after that.
even some of the life that he wipes out, is the resources.
Yeah,
Like trees. Trees are included.
trees are living things. This isn't a political statement. No, this is actually just like those are living things. Yeah,
Wow,
they're
that's
gone.
very political, Jared.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Political podcast.
I think Thanos should have just quietly gone and collected the stones. He could have collected at least most of them pretty quietly without getting noticed, and then he could go he can get to the more dangerous ones to collect, like the Mind Stone and the Time Stone.
Yeah.
He could do that and then just kind of get right out, and then the most that they would think of it is like, huh, that guy's up to something, but they wouldn't know what he's doing. He wouldn't be like, I'm gonna wipe out half the population.
Yeah. He just comes in with like a giant warship.
And
I'm
then-
gonna kill half of everyone. It's like, we gotta stop this guy.
I'm gonna
And
kill
then-
half of everyone. American government. Oh, we're already doing that.
So yeah,
I'm gonna kill half of everyone. Rhodey looks down. Too late.
So yeah, he would just snap his
Not
finger.
if I do it first. Every one person, kill your neighbor.
No,
He
like
could just snap
because
his
he's crippled
fingers,
from the waist down. Get it?
and then he can just sterilize
Too late.
some portion of the population. So then the next generation is smaller, and the resources can go around better. But then, no one would really notice much, because you wouldn't see your best friend turning to dust. You would just notice, not a lot of swimmers.
Jeez.
You just should have done a pool party and then just turned them all into dust, and then they're just gone in the water and made a nice
They're
little.
gone
He
with
could
the
even
wind.
he could even return the stones when he's done, and then they wouldn't even think anything of it. They'd think, huh,
That was weird.
that might be something. I guess
seven
we'll have to
billion
keep an eye out.
Huh.
It's about
But they wouldn't know what
three
he
and a
did.
In the
half.
chat.
And they wouldn't have any
in the
reason
chat,
to
yes.
go and undo it. So anyway, what do you guys think about Thanos sterilizing some of the population?
I feel like that could work. Like, it'd be rude, but it could.
I don't know. I want children, so I don't want to be sterilized.
That's what you think.
I think everyone at some point wants to have a kid, but then they have it and they look at it and a rock could solve this problem.
No. Hold on. Are you saying a rock or a rock?
The Rock.
A single
Dwayne
Dwayne
The Rock
Johnson.
Johnson.
You know what?
Here comes everyone's adopted father.
He's like, hey, what's up? You don't want this child? Ah, come on,
I'll
buddy.
raise him in my ways.
Thanos could even impose a China-style one-child policy with the Infinity Gauntlet.
You just have to be very lucky.
I mean,
not
when
to
could
get
make
a
it-
stabbed.
he
woman's
could make
giving
it so-
birth and just dust comes out.
You can make it so you get one. You get one.
Everybody gets
and that's
one.
it.
You get one shot.
You get one shot,
You get-
Chief. So, do we have any more bold statements? I just want to trash on Star Wars again.
I don't have a bold statement, but I guess I kind of have a quote unquote announcement, I suppose.
What's your announcement? When's the baby due?
We still love you.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
Okay, no. Okay,
We're all
so I'm not,
left.
I'm not sure
I'm right-handed.
I'm not sure if you guys read on Twitter or what I posted on Twitter. I'm done with competitive Smash
Yay!
and Rivals. I can't. I can't do it anymore. I have like no time to play or practice.
You're
or
no
anything.
longer toxic, Jake. Congratulations. Welcome to fun.
I don't
Now
even
you
like
can play
Smash.
games for fun.
Now you can enjoy the games instead of being angry all
Well,
the time.
and the other thing is I want to play other games
That's our
too.
criticism for
I
them.
want to play other games too. Like I've been trying to get through the Uncharted series. Like I've gotten through one.
Richard.
Audience members, if
Thank
you
you.
don't know, our friend
you too,
Jake
Gavin.
here was a competitive
no,
Smash
no.
player.
I went to a
Oh.
lot of tournaments.
Oh.
I
I'm sorry.
The guest has the floor, guys.
Sorry.
I went to a lot of tournaments in up here in northern Michigan, Traverse, and I've also hosted quite a few tournaments. How many do you think I've hosted, Alex? Probably like
At
six?
least two.
At least 2. But yeah. So I'm just kind of done with it.
I think my shoes melted.
The best that I ever did is I got into like losers semifinals. That's the best that I got. And but yeah, I just don't have time to play to practice anymore with college classes. I mean, I'm done with college classes now because I'm doing rolled up at NMC. But I just don't have time to do it anymore. And I also want to play different games. I've been currently trying to get through the Uncharted series on the PS3. I got through Uncharted 1 and I'm on Uncharted 2 right now. And then I started playing Borderlands and Borderlands 2 again, and now all my time is
Oh,
going over to that.
The third one. It's gonna be
Dude.
so good.
So, I'm not gonna say where I work, but at the place I work has a pharmacy.
It's at Bleed.
It's a pharmacy.
God, my ears. My ears are bleeding.
But
Can we just add like a dog whistle for that? Just
hang on, I got this. You hear that? It's kind of high pitch.
I can't believe it. The Ringers have found us. Hide!
What?
The Black Riders, they're here for the ring.
But I'm working at the pharmacy this summer.
Quick, Gavin, swallow this.
But I'm working up the pharmacy this summer, and then when I go to college, I'll have a job at the same place. So
Heck
like,
yeah.
where are you gonna be going to college?
NMU.
I work at a
They
shrinky
have the
gas
same kind of
station,
pharmacy up
right?
there,
Ooh.
so they're just gonna transfer me up, and it's gonna be good.
Oh my
Everything's
God.
kosher.
Okay,
Nice.
so I've been working at a gas station for a little bit, and I have
Bold
a
of you
new
to say.
best friend. His name is Steve, and he looks just like Gru. He's just this old man. He looks like Gru from Despicable Me, and I love him. He's
This
such a
talking
great
a
guy.
Russian accent.
No, he's got like this very like booming voice. Like he sounds like he could be like a gym teacher. But you're
Maybe
talking
he
to him, and he
was.
just gives you like all this great and helpful advice. It's like, I like this guy, and apparently my mom works there also. At night, she does the bakery stuff. I do the front stuff. And apparently, he went up there. He's like, "Is that your kid? I like him. He's a good kid." And I was like,
You are
"Aww."
a good kid, Jared.
It's like, my heart. An old man says I'm good. That either means I've been racist or I'm actually a good person.
You know, like I've
in
been
Benzie County, it's hard to tell.
I've been
Too
raised
much
in
to
such a
ask for
way-
both.
Did you guys see the trailer for that Yesterday movie?
I love it.
Oh, it's so
I've had
good.
that fantasy so many times.
Yeah.
I want to go watch it.
I'm sorry.
I've had that fantasy with Queen.
What movie?
It's
It's this movie called Yesterday.
yeah,
You
it's
can
come-
explain
Okay,
it.
I want to explain it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
let-
So,
explain it.
this dude, struggling artist, because he actually sucks, and he's like,
Okay.
he's like,
at me.
he's like, I'm trying to be an artist, but I can't do it. And his,
I'm trying to be an
He's British.
artist, but I'm an
and then his
artist.
girlfriend is like, well, just keep at it, you'll figure it out. And he's like, oh, right. And then he's
What is
biking
this,
home one day.
Eastern Victorian?
And then
Just
he's biking
listen.
home one day, and he gets struck by lightning. Or no, he gets in a
then he
bike
dies.
accident. And he dies. And
Wait,
then they all mourn his
what?
death. And his favorite song was Hey Jude, so they just play Hey Jude at his funeral, and that's the movie. No, I'm joking. He gets in a bike accident, and then like all the power in the world goes out, and then comes back on. And then he's in the hospital, and they're like, oh, we're happy you're better. And he gets a new guitar, and then he's like, I got the
Oh,
new
is he just
guitar.
all of a sudden good?
And he's at he's at this
Just
dinner
wait.
thing, and he
Better.
plays Yesterday, and he's just like, yesterday all my troubles seem so far away, please don't DMC this video now, oh Apple, please don't DMC this. And they're like, oh my god, that's so good. And he's like, it's Yesterday by the Beatles. And they're like, by the Who? And he's like,
Not
Oh
the Who.
my
the
God.
Beatles.
it's the Doctor!
I love that. Thank you.
No, but they're like, who is that? And he's like, the Beatles. And they're like, we don't like bugs. And then he's like, you guys are stupid, right? And they're like, no. And then one lady's like, it's no Coldplay. And I'm like, go Anyway.
It's no Coldplay.
But it's good. It's good. Anyway, so then he starts Googling the Beatles, and they never existed.
So he's the Beatles.
So
now.
he's the Beatles now. So
I
he's,
am the Beatles.
Yeah, but
I
here's
am the Beetle.
I am the Beatles.
She starts T-posing.
I
am the Beatles.
I am the Beetle. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
But like no, so the premise is the Beatles never existed. This guy knows all the Beatles songs, and he just starts making them with the knowledge of knowing that the Beatles made them originally, right? But there's this really good scene that I like in it when he's talking to
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, and they're making "Hey Jude," and Ed Sheeran's
That
like,
is so
No,
weird
Ed
to think
Sheeran-
about.
Ed Sheeran is like, listen, man, I like the song. It's a really great song. How about we change the lyrics a little bit? Instead of "Hey Jude," how about like "Hey Dude"? Hey, think about it. Hey Dude.
Is Ed Sheeran British?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he is. You never
What?
noticed
Did
that?
you not know that?
I did not.
Hey, well, now you know.
If
But,
you watch the
but I
episode
thought
of
he was,
Game
like,
of Thrones,
Irish.
he special guest stars on. You can tell.
But he's like, how about "Hey Dude, don't make it bad"? And the guy who knows the Beatles is like, this guy is trying to like change the lyrics, but I know this song is
Wait,
good.
so there's one other person that knows the Beatles?
No.
No.
Well, technically no, but also technically yes, because then he goes on this talk show, and they're like, you know, he's the biggest star in English history, blah 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 blah. But there's another group who's not as well
there's
known.
another group.
There's another group that's not as well known from the '60s that says that all these songs were originally theirs.
Is it the
Oh,
Beatles?
Wait. So the Beatles are like alive. They're around.
Yeah.
It's just everyone forgot about
I would
them.
say they're around. I think the idea is
The
they
band
didn't-
name was different or
they-
something
or,
like that.
no, they
No,
weren't-
they just didn't get famous.
Like
just
they're
didn't
around.
get-
They just didn't
yeah,
like they didn't
I
get
think
picked up.
I think it's a universe where like Brian Epstein didn't get involved with the Beatles, and so like
I
they
like
couldn't
this.
find any producers or anything or anyone to fund their music, and then everyone just thought they were losers.
Hey, quick editor's note. At this point, there's about 15 minutes of stuff about Nazis and school shooters and how they're bad and awful. It's all in the extended cut if you want to check it out, just to give you a little bit of context. End of editor's note.
All right, we should
wrap it
this
up.
Yeah, this has
All
been
right.
a very,
This-
very tense episode.
Yeah, very interesting.
I don't think it's been tense. I think
I'm gonna
No,
I
I'm
need to
making
do
a
something real
joke.
quick.
Let me make a joke.
I'm gonna leave now. Thank you guys
All right.
for having me
All right.
again.
Thank you, Gavin.
see you guys.
I would also like to
sorry,
say
Gavin.
I do not agree with Nazis. I think they're assholes, and I am very, very
You know what the
mournful
title for this
for
one should
people
be?
who are
Just Bully
victims
to
of the
say the
Holocaust
Nazi
and
one.
other
The
genocides. I just want to make that
Here you
clear
go,
because
Gavin.
I'm joking about
Here's a
this,
little-
and now I'm going to college, and I think it's very important that I make sure
Here's a little
the
going over
context in
gift.
which I'm talking about this stuff is very well known. Anyway, goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. All right, Gavin.
All right,
you can
so-
pick my thigh now.
Gavin said goodbye. Jared, would you like to give a goodbye speech?
Well, you know, like, there's the times for stuff, like goodbyes. I'm not dead yet, so I'm not saying goodbye. I'll just see you later, alligator. And
In
you're
a while,
to
crocodile.
you're to respond like that, like how Alex does. And if you don't, I will have you hung by your own entrails.
I would like to thank both of you for allowing me to come on to the podcast. It
course.
was very fun. And
We
it was,
accept our PayPal payments by Monday. If you don't, we will eradicate you.
All right.
We will just cut all of your portions out of the podcast.
Yes.
Do you guys know where I can find a fishing line?
No, why?
Why?
Probably a fishing store.
Oh, yeah, check a gas station actually around this time. They're gonna be selling fishing supplies.
Okay, and some smoke.
Yeah.
But anyhow, yeah, I'd like to thank
gotta
you
go
guys for having
fishing
me on the
with the boys.
podcast. It was a lot of fun. We were like literally doing nothing in class today, so I think I chose a good day. Unfortunately,
That's the bell. We have to
that's
go.
that's the
All right.
bell. We gotta go.
Bold of You to Say is on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, and YouTube, of course. YouTube has
You
the
need-
extended versions of all of our episodes. Share with everyone, like and subscribe. See you later.
You need to put it on SoundCloud.
Oh, I'm not putting it on SoundCloud.
Put it on SoundCloud.
Goodbye.
All right, Alex, just cut the.
Hello, Bold of You to Say listeners. In about a month, we're going to have a very special guest on the podcast.
Yes, it's me, Jamie Donnelly. I'm just here wrapping a film in Frankfurt right now, a feature. I'm so excited about it. And I'm coming back for the Frankfurt 48, which is exactly where I met the bold Alex. So I will talk to you all when I come back for Frankfurt 48.